everyone, here we are with another video on Make Cue Cards. These cue cards are expected in the coming weeks of May 2024. First one is talk about a place where you usually go to relax. It can be any place, park, riverside or any cafe where you feel relaxed. Next one is talk about a child you have met. Any child, that person can be your relative, neighbor, nephew, anybody with whom you spend time. Next one is talk about a photograph that you like or you clicked. Any photograph, where you clicked, why it is special for you. Next one is talk about an important home appliance that is used daily in your family or daily by your family members. You can talk about any home appliance. It can be vacuum cleaner, it can be washing machine, it can be dishwasher. Next one is describe a time when you had to wear a uniform. You can talk about your school, you can talk about your workplace. Next one is describe a difficult task you had to do. Any difficult task, it can be at work, it can be at school, college, it can be general, any task, why it was difficult and how you completed it. Next one is talk about a map that is important to you. What kind of map it is, why it is important, for what purpose you used. Maybe you were traveling to that place, you can talk about that. Or you can talk about if you have moved to any other country, so you have the map, wherever you go you can use that. Next one is someone who cooked a special meal for you. Talk about that person who cooked a special meal. It can be your parent, it can be your family member, it can be your friend. Why they cooked that special meal, who is the person, and how are their culinary skills. Next one is talk about a place near water you enjoy visiting. Any place near water, you can talk about that place, why you enjoy visiting that place. Next one is talk about an interesting conversation you recently had. It can be a conversation with stranger, it can be conversation with friend, family member. What kind of discussion, why it was interesting. Next topic is talk about an unusual journey you went on. Why this journey was unusual. You can talk about that. Next one is talk about an object you use at home which has made your life easier. Guys, earlier an appliance which is used by all members. Now this one is anything that has made your life easier. You can talk about that particular object. Next one is describe a visit to a friend or relative that you enjoyed. Any visit to a place where your friend or relative lives and you have enjoyed a lot. What kind of activities you did, you can talk about that. Next one is describe a place you have been to where things are expensive. Any place where you went and you found the things are very costly. Where, when, why things were costly. Next one is talk about an indoor or outdoor place where it is easy for you to study. Because some people, they like to study outside in the open area. Some people like to study in libraries. Some people like to study in their own room. Next one is talk about an important plant in your country. Any plant. So many plants are important in India, especially holy basil. You can talk about that. Next one is talk about a person who likes to buy goods with low prices. This is something new. Anybody who does not buy things that are expensive, but they buy things at lower price. Maybe in sale, maybe from the local vendors. You can talk about that. Next one is describe a time you taught something new to a younger person. Anything you taught, it can be about computer, laptop technology, it can be driving, swimming. Next one is talk about a place, city or town that is good for people to live in. Any place you feel that if people live, it's a very good place for them. Next one is describe a new law you would like to introduce in your country. I think every day we talk, this law should be there, this law should be there. So you can talk about any law you think which should be implemented. Next one is talk about a sport you only have watched before but haven't played yourself. Means any sport which you have just watched but haven't played. For example, cricket, you just watch it on TV but haven't tried your hands on it. Next one is describe a person who encourages you to achieve any goal. So you can describe who is the person, what kind of goal it is. Next topic is describe an activity you did with a group of people. You can talk about any activity, why you did, when you did. Next one is talk about a famous person who is a role model for young people. You can talk about any cricketer, any player, any actor, any writer, why they are role model. Next one is talk about a subject you would like to learn in the future. For example, you want to learn about psychology, you want to learn about history, you can talk about that. Next one is talk about a risk you took that you thought would lead to a terrible result, but it ended with positive one. Means you took a risk and you were aware that it will not bring any good result, but it turned out to be good. So you can talk about that. It's also new and interesting one. Next one is describe a place like park, mountain. You can talk about any place you have visited. Next one is describe somebody who made a good decision recently. I think last week only our student got this topic. Someone who made a good decision. What kind of decision it was? Why you think they made a good decision? Next one is describe a place where you have taken many photos. Means any place which was very beautiful with the scenic beauty, you took so many pictures. Or it can be very special occasion. You can talk about that I took so many pictures because of these reasons. Next one is describe a tourist attraction about which very few people know. Why very few people know about that tourist attraction, and how do you know about that? Have you been there or not? Next one is describe an enjoyable journey by public transport. Any journey, it can be by train, it can be by bus. You can talk about the experience. Something you own but you want to replace it. For example, you have a car you want to replace. You have a mobile you want to upgrade. So you can talk about anything, because every day I think we want to buy new things. Next one is somebody gave you money as a gift. This is old topic. In India, I think this is a tradition. People give money as a gift. So you can talk about any occasion. And next one is any good news you have heard. Again, very old topic. You can talk about any good news. It can be related to your family member. It can be related to your relative, friend, anybody. Next one is describe a character played by an actor or actress whom you admire. You can talk about that particular character. Why that character is special. Next one is describe a complaint that you made and you were satisfied with the result. For example, you bought a mobile phone. It was not working properly. You complained and they replaced it with a new one. It can be any product. Next one is something you would like to learn in the future. Earlier it was subject you want to learn. Here's anything else you want to learn in the future. Next one is describe an occasion you wore your favorite clothes. What was the occasion? What kind of clothing it was? Next one is describe a time when you were late for an important meeting or you missed something because you got late. You can talk about any situation. It can be exam, it can be meeting, it can be appointment. And next one is describe a historical building you have been to. Very old topic. You can talk about Taj Mahal. You can talk about Red Fort. Next one is describe a place you visited where the air was polluted or where there was noise pollution or any place where people made a lot of noise. So you can get all these three type of topics. Next topic is describe a situation when you helped somebody. What was the situation? Why you helped that person? Describe a time when you were busy. This topic was also asked to one of our students, I think just 2 days ago. Any period of time when you were busy, overoccupied. Next one is describe a movie you watched and you were impressed. So you can talk about any movie. I think these days people were impressed from these Lapata ladies on Netflix. You can talk about why it impressed you, how was the plot, story you can talk about. And the last but not the least, describe a time when you picked up an item that somebody else lost. Means you found something somebody has lost. Then you try to find out who was the owner and you handed over that thing to that person. Maybe it was with the help of social media or police. You can talk about that. Thank you everyone. If there will be new topics, we will make another video.